this clip we're going to look at running simple regressions in Excel. What we've got here are the data on shoe size and height from the class dataset. We have, starting in row 2, I guess 179 observations, both on shoe size and on height. And in this diagram here, we've shown a scatter plot with shoe size on the horizontal axis and height on the vertical axis. What we're going to try and do is to run a regression where height is the dependent variable, so it's equivalent to the y variable. And on the x-axis we're going to have shoe size, which is equivalent to the x variable. So to run a regression in Excel, we hit the Data tab and then Data Analysis. Then we get a drop-down box appearing with a number of statistical functions available, one of which is regression, which is the one we want to select. We then want to decide on this box, tell it which is the dependent variable, in this case height. So we'd select down here. And in the next box, the x variable, select down here. Whether there are labels or not at the top of the columns, and in this case there's shoe size and height, are labels at the top. We don't want a constant that is 0, so we don't click this box, and we stick with the usual 95% confidence intervals. We then tell it what is the output range, and we can have an output range starting at a particular cell on a new worksheet ply, or indeed in a completely new workbook. So we'll select this cell, and that's where the results will appear, at least the top left hand corner of the results will appear there. Click on residuals if you actually want Excel to calculate the residuals for each of the observations. They will appear underneath as a column. So if I now just click OK, I get the result, and these are the results I'm showing here. The key one at the moment that we need to worry about is the estimated coefficients. The coefficient is the constant or intercept is 82.06, and the slope with respect to the x variable, in other words the beta, is 2.20. We then underneath this get a set of data with the residual values and also the predicted values. I can take these predicted values, select them, go back to the graph and paste these as a new series. Change the way that they're formatted to include a line. So here is our inclusion of the line, and that gives us the line of fitted values for each of our observations. So that's us carried out a regression, found the constant and the slope, included the fitted values on our scatter diagram, and clearly there are a lot of other pieces of information associated with the regression, but we'll leave the interpretation of these to another clip or lecture.